In this video, we're going to discuss what a dictionary is in Python. A dictionary is another type of container that Python has to offer. A dictionary is similar to a list, but it's more general. Now, they could be more daunting at first, but remember, when you work with lists, the index positions have to be integers. So your objects sit in index positions. In a dictionary, the indices can be almost any type. That'll make more sense as we go through this lesson. So here, to create a new dictionary, we call in the dict function and give it no arguments. That creates an empty dictionary. So we create a variable called English to Spanish equals dict open close parentheses. So now English to Spanish is an empty dictionary. And when we print the empty dictionary, we see the curly braces. The curly braces denote a dictionary in Python. Dictionaries are made up of key value pairs. And you could add items to your dictionary. So here, we call in our empty dictionary, give it brackets, and we say 1 equals uno. So when we go ahead and print this, we see a new key of 1 with the value of uno. Then we move right along, we add 2, we say equals dos, then we print it out. And we see now in our dictionary, we have 1 key value pair separated by a comma, and then another key value pair, 2 dos. The important thing to see is that it's separated by a comma. So the first value is uno for the key of 1. Key value pairs. Then when we call on a key value, we say print name of our dictionary, square brackets, 2. We call on the key name. So we call on 2, which gives us the value of dos. Now, we could also show an error when it's not in a dictionary. When you call on 4, it'll say item cannot be found in dictionary or not defined. We can go ahead and do that. Create a dictionary. Go ahead and add the item to our dictionary. Go ahead and print our dictionary. So you see that it has the key value of 1 and uno. And we'll go ahead and we'll say print 4 to toss an error or a traceback. And you see key error 4. There's no key in my dictionary that has a string of 4. And you could catch those errors with within Python and then access commands through doing some error validation. So here we're going to do a print statement. We're going to say print 1 in the dictionary. And we see true because it looks for the key of 1. Here we say print uno, which is a value, and it says false. So the function or validator or operator of in only checks keys, not values. Now let's talk about values. So we create a new variable called vals. We call on our dictionary and it has a method of values. And then we just print the values. But you see it has the dictionary name with the values uno and dos. So keep that in mind, that you can extract the values from your dictionary with the values method. And the length function, which we see print the length of our dictionary, and we get 2 because we have 2 key value pairs. Min-max, we call in the min, we receive 1, max, receive 2. Min and max also work on the keys. Let's see, we're going to loop through a dictionary. A little bit different from looping through a list. Here we create a new variable called counts. We give it a dictionary of parrot, cheese, and spam. Those are the keys. Parrot, value of 1, cheese, value of 42, spam, value of 100. We say for each key in counts, print the key, and then the dictionary of counts, and then that key, which will return the value. So this guy, this key, will print this. This will print the value. And we see it loop through parrot 1, cheese 42, spam 100. Move this up. The more you work with dictionaries, the more comfortable they become. They're extremely helpful, especially when you're dealing with data that comes from a spreadsheet or a CSV file. And we'll get into that in Lesson 7. And now this, we're going to go ahead and dictionary to a key value list. So you can take your values and keys from your dictionary and create a list with your dictionary. So once again, we declare counts equals the curly braces. We declare our dictionary. We say key list, call on our dictionary, and we just call for the keys method. So we're calling on just the keys from our counts dictionary. And then when we print those out, we receive the dictionary and the keys. Now that we have the keys separate, we create a new variable, key list, and then we use the function of lists against our output, our method call of keys list, and then we create, then we can sort that list. So then we pass our newly made list to the sort method, and we print that out, and we see that now our keys are in alphabetical order: cheese, parrot, spam. And here we loop through the key in key list, but we're calling on the key from key list, which is a list, and then we print the counts key, so we're able to use our dictionary with that key, and we get them in alphabetical order with their proper value: cheese 42, parrot of 1, spam of 100. So we leverage this for loop to create a list of our keys, sort them alphabetically, and then run them, iterate through a for loop to pull out the values for now what we have is an alphabetical list with the values. This one gets kind of fun. So we can create a dictionary with letters and a word. So here we create a variable and we give it the string of brontosaurus. A lot of duplicates. You'll see that there's a couple O's in there, a couple S's, a couple R's. We create an empty dictionary called dictionary by calling the dictionary function with no attributes. or no arguments. And we say, for each letter in my word, if letter not in dictionary, call into dictionary, add the letter, give it the value of 1. Else, call the dictionary, look for the key or the letter, dictionary, letter, plus 1. And then we print the dictionary. This iterates through each letter in our strings and creates a dictionary of the letters. Pretty handy. There's a cleaner way to do this with less code, and it's by leveraging the get method. And before we go into the for loop with leveraging the get method, let's talk about what the get method is. So here we create our counts dictionary of parrots, cheese, and spam. We call on our dictionary, we say get spam, and it calls in the key and gives us the value. So the get method, you could leverage the get method to call on a key by name to get the value. So how does that help us? Well, in our for loop, use a string, brontosaurus, in a word variable, create our empty dictionary. For each letter in my word, dictionary of that letter, so key, dictionary.getLetter, value of 0 plus 1, print the dictionary, and now we have the same output as our prior for loop with a little bit less code. It's a little bit more streamlined. Both of them work. This one takes just getting used to leveraging the get method and how it operates, because you see we call on get method letter, which letter is each individual letter in the string, so that becomes the key, and the original value is 0, but we add 1 to it. So when we do the second R, we'll say dictionary get R. Well, there's already 1 in there. We grab the first R. We're working on this guy down here now. It'll get R. It'll already have a value of 1, and then we add the other 1 to it to get the value of 2. And here we see that R does have 2.